Hey Amber. How's Beth doing?
Hey Jesse. She seems to be doing okay, but I'm really concerned about her right now. When I went to use her bathroom, I noticed that her room was more messy than it normally is. This just isn't like Beth. She usually keeps her room tidy. And when I talked with her today, she told me that she had been upset a lot lately and that she has experienced some recent big changes in her life. And also, she was apparently wrongfully fired from her job because she got fired for a very petty reason.
Wow, those are not good signs at all. I think Beth may be experiencing depression. Check in with her more often.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Also, I suggest that she sue for wrongful termination, if it's causing her this much emotional distress.
Yeah, that's what I suggested. She is planning to take legal action after the 4th of July weekend.
6 days later, after the holiday weekend finally ended.
This is such an amazing breakfast, Kerrigan. You make great muffins.
Thanks so much, Beth. So, what's on your agenda for today?
Well, today I have to contact some lawyers. I need to file a wrongful termination suit against my ex-boss. What about yourself?
I have volunteering to do today.
That's nice. I'm jealous of you. I wish I was able to work more.
I know. The struggle is too real. Maybe you could get a job in the school of year?
Maybe. I'll have to look into it.
Understandable. It'll be our 4th year this year. Well, I have to get ready to go volunteer, but I will see you later today. Good luck on your lawsuit, Beth.
Thank you, Kerrigan. All right, let's go get started. All right, let's see which employment lawyer can I get to. And let's make sure they do not charge any upfront fees. Looks like there are a few I can walk to. I'll need to call them first though. I wonder which lawyer I should contact first though. Let's try contacting the first lawyer. He seems to have a lot of good reviews.
Thank you for calling Employment Legal Services. This is Jerry Hall. How can I help you?
Yes. This is Beth Morrison. I want to sue Gilbrethan at Ann Arbor for wrongful termination. I was unjustly fired over one bad day.
Okay. Tell me. How long did you have this job? And what was the incident?
Well, I was 4 weeks into the job. What happened was, I was accused of having a bad attitude and doing nothing just because I talked about recently grieving a loss from outside of work. I was not venting, but I told my co-worker that I needed more grace that day because of the fact that I was grieving. However, the manager decided to use that against me, and straight up accused me of just standing there and not doing anything.
Okay. You were at the job for 4 weeks. That's not terribly long, so considering that, and what you just told me about the incident, I suggest you consider Hanlon's razor.
Hanlon's razor? What do you mean by that?
Or maybe, the company just thought you weren't fit for the job because you were a new employee. With that, we all know no one is going to compensate.
Why would you say this? You're supposed to help me get justice for what the manager did wrong. I mean, I did do the assigned tasks that I was supposed to.
Well, if you want to be respected by others at work, then you have to stay on your constant grind. Your problems don't have to become someone else's problems. You cannot just wander off about. You need to step up and take responsibility for your actions, otherwise no one would want to support you.
No, that's not what it's about. Once again, I did exactly what I was supposed to. The manager did not. Not to mention that this termination has caused me severe emotional distress to the point of binge eating, which makes it even more expensive. So with that being said, I would still like to take action against the manager for her deliberate ignorance and emotional distress she caused.
Moving on and finding a new job is way cheaper than taking legal action.
LOL.
Good fucking God. That lawyer is such an overgrown schoolboy. It's like he makes owning responsibility his whole personality. Well, let's try the second lawyer I found on the list.
Thank you for calling Employment Legal Services. This is Brittany Fleece. How can I help you?
Yes, this is Beth Morrison. I want to sue Gilbreth and Sweets at Ann Arbor for wrongful termination and discrimination. I was unjustly fired over one bad day. I was accused of having a bad attitude and doing nothing just because I was grieving. So for context, I told my co-worker that I needed more grace that day because of the fact that I was grieving, but the manager decided to use that against me, and straight up accused me of just standing there and not doing anything.
Okay. How long did you have this job?
4 weeks. I was supposed to have it for the summer, up until the last week of August, which is when I'm supposed to start classes.
Then how is it wrongful termination if you were venting to your coworkers? Please don't lie to receive compensation.
I am not lying, and I was not trying to vent to any coworkers. I am not leaving anything out. What makes you think I am leaving something out?
Well, were you venting to your coworkers? If so, it's not wrongful termination. What were you doing that was having a bad attitude and doing nothing? Were you consistently talking about your loss? You cannot just make your problems your coworkers' problems. And the way you approach it says a lot about you as an employee.
No. If that's the way you're going to approach it, then you might as well lose your job too. God, what a victim-blaming bitch. Anyhow, time to contact another lawyer.
Thank you for calling Employment Services. This is Patty Herman. How may I help you?
Hello, I'm calling to file a wrongful termination lawsuit against Gilbreth and Sweets.
Okay. Can you describe what happened? What was the incident?
Okay, so, I was accused of having a bad attitude and doing nothing just for bringing up the fact that I was grieving a loss since just 2 days ago. I told my co-worker that I needed more grace that day because of that, but the manager decided to use that against me, and accused me of just standing there and coming in with a bad attitude. And for your information, this happened when I was 4 weeks into the job, which I was supposed to maintain the job until the last week of August.
Are you sure you were doing something? I mean, you can't just vent to your coworkers all the time.
No, I did the assigned tasks I was supposed to.
Okay, calling this wrongful termination is just blowing it out of proportion. I can tell you're trying to avoid responsibility for your part in it. This was clearly something that you brought on yourself, because well, venting to your coworkers can indeed get you fired. Do you know what you are doing? You are making it difficult for people who have experienced actual unlawful termination.
Do you really think I'm leaving anything out? How is this lawful termination if I literally did the assigned tasks I was supposed to? If anything, I can just go into the hotel and find the surveillance video from May 25th to provide physical evidence.
Sigh. People like you just can't stand being called out on your entitled little bitty baby gains.
You are being very unprofessional right now. I would like to have a word with your manager.
Ma'am, you're just being a Karen. You'll later look back at this in 5 years, and you will cringe.
No. I am not a Karen. Go educate yourself, you disrespectful freak. You know what? Fuck it. I give up. The justice system is nothing but bullshit. Maybe I should just take a break and focus more on my film projects.